Hi beauties, how are you all? Well, I hope. So today's video is going to be about how to prep the nail for a beginner. Um, or for anyone who just doesn't understand why they're having lifting or their nails are just popping off. Usually has to do with prepping the nail. So, step one would be obviously to make sure your hands are nice and clean and all of that. Just, wash your hands, scrub them a little bit, maybe with one of those little brushes. So then step two is you want to do your cuticles. Now there are two ways to do this. And before I show you my nails, hopefully they don't look as bad on camera. I didn't know how to do all these things. I didn't learn the right ways, and because I watched, like I've said before, I've watched professionals do it in a professional way, and that just didn't fit for me. And I'm sure there's plenty of you out there that prepping the nail videos hasn't necessarily fit for you, whether they have products that you don't have, or they do it with the drill and you don't have a drill, or so I just wanted to kind of show you the options and show you how to do it in an easy, simple way and in the other way as well. So anyways, but my nails are very damaged, and I did have a cut on my cuticle because I used my drill to get I like to file my nails off, and it wound up nipping me. So I just apologize. I don't want you guys to think that just because my nails they're starting to grow in actually very well. They look a lot better towards the cuticle than they do the tip. The tip is it's just a matter of time. I mean, once they're damaged, there's not much you can do. So, so here we go. Let's start the video and stop hearing me preach about my nails. So here they are in all their glory. And so what we're going to do first is, after you clean your hands up and everything, is to do the cuticles. So you can, get one of these cuticle pushers, take this square end here, and oh, that's my one I nipped, so I'm not going to do it on that one, and just gently push back the cuticle and try to I don't want to say try to scrape off the dead skin on your nail bed, because you may end up hurting yourself, but that's what you want to nevertheless do, is scrape off that dead skin, because that is what causes lifting. So you want to make sure you get all of that off. And now there's going to be times where it's going to be stubborn, and at least for me, I just have bad cuticles anyway. Like, I mean, they just look bad always. They always have. So what you can do is you could take your drill, and you can take this bit here, which is just a long, thin bit. Sorry, it has a little pink acrylic stuck on it from before. And it comes with any drill set. It's one of the basics. You want to turn just up a little bit, up maybe 2, 3 on your, if you have, or just like a quarter of the way, I guess I could put it, if you don't have numbers or a dial on your thing. So what you do is you want to keep this flush. And now I have forward and reverse on mine. You may not on yours, but figure out, you can lightly touch and figure out that this is rotating this way. So we're going to want to start on this side and go this way. And you keep this down on the nail, and you gently can push it back, and it may slip under a bit. If it doesn't, that's okay. And it will sand off all of that dead skin. Now, I just did mine yesterday, so there's not much dead skin right now. But you just want to start this way. Work your way this way. And that's it. And you just go around until you stop getting lots of dust from, I mean, eventually you'll start getting it from the nail because it'll file the nail, even though it's very fine. But, so that's how we, do the cuticles. Next, you want to take a pair of, little nippers and just trim your nails if they need to be trimmed. I just did mine yesterday, so they don't need to be trimmed, or I would show you that, but I'm sure everyone knows how to clip their own nails. I won't insult you guys. So after that, you want to file the natural nail. Now this helps the acrylic to stick. It helps get rid of some of the natural shine on the nail, is basically what you want to do. You want to file it so that you have no shine left on your nail anywhere. So you want to, and that's why I really liked this. It's nice and squishy, but not too soft. Like, see how it doesn't bend very much. And it's a 100 to 180 grit, and I use the 100 side because this one is just softer than a general, because it's squishy, a general file. Like something like this, a regular file, I would probably use the 180 side. The higher the number is, the softer the file is going to be. So just like sandpaper, I don't know, my boyfriend's a contractor, so that's just my analogy. That doesn't really work for everybody. So you want to just file the nail just enough so that it's not shiny anymore. Just so you almost just want to scratch the surface, basically. But you want to get every corner. So then the next thing you want to do is what we call dehydrating the nail. Now there are many products you can buy to dehydrate the nail. I kind of feel like it's a waste. I don't want to say this because I know there's going to be tons of professionals out there who are like, oh my god, that's not how you do it. But I don't seem to have a problem. I don't have lifting. I mean, occasionally a nail pops off, but it's not a regular thing. So all I use to dehydrate it, because it does the same thing, is a bottle of acetone. This is by Beauty Secrets. You can get it at like a Sally's or any of your general nail stores. So you can use a cotton ball. I just happen to have paper towels on hand. And make sure you always shut your acetone and stuff. We have enough fumes running around with doing acrylics. So you just want to rub. Make sure you get all the way up to the cuticle. Oh, sorry if it was out of frame. And I am going to do another set, so I am going to dehydrate my nail, all my nails. Now, if you start to feel like it's drying out, make sure you get more. And you'll be able to tell by the way they look if they're dehydrated usually. So we do that. It also cleans up your nails. So after but you can see how they're a little more dehydrated now looking. They get a little white, like kind of white patches on them a little bit. And then lastly, what we want to do is prime our nails. And we want to use Kiss. Well, you can use any brand you like. I use Kiss, but you want to use an acrylic primer. So you just open up the little bottle, and I guess most people prefer an acid-free, and I can see why, because if you do have a little nick or something, it can burn pretty bad. Or if you accidentally burned yourself a little bit with the drill, which we all have. And I like to, some people like to put their tips on and then just do the natural nail part that's showing. I like to just do the whole thing and then put my tips on. So you just paint the nail. You can do a second coat if you feel necessary. But basically that is it. You can proceed to put your tips on, and if you're using tips or your forms, or whichever way that you decide that you like to do your nails, and you can begin to put your acrylic on. So I know this was a short video, but there's not much more for me to say, so I'm not going to hold you guys up anymore, and I hope this was helpful for you. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything, please leave them below. I will get back to you as soon as possible, believe me, and if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer for you, if you have any other questions about prepping the nail. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Love you, beauties.